not another heating leak. So it's on a tank fed system this. I've just turned the cold feed off. I might go and pull the vent. I don't know if that's where I've caught the pipe. I mean, this was all very wet on the floor down here, so I started chopping here. I don't know if it's gone on the offset. Is it coming out the side of that pipe? It's peeing out there, isn't it? Is that what I've caught? Well, that's the gas pipe. Now, it must be leaking on the offset underneath. Gas pipe on top. I'm going to say, if I've caught that gas pipe, we're in trouble. I think it's on the offset. Under the gas pipe. I'll go get the vent capped off, and I'll get this wet vac out. So I've capped the vent off now. The cold feed was already off. What I'm going to have to do is chop a little bit more out, cut it back, probably a couple of press slip couplers. I might be able to solder it, but I think it's split right on that bend where they've gone under the gas pipe. I will do a tightness test on the gas as well, just to make sure I haven't caught it, but I don't think I have. Split there, look. It's actually split that pipe out. It's the only thing that's concerning me a little bit. That pipe there feels a little bit loose, whether that's just in the screed itself, because it will be fixed. It'll be fixed there. I might just chop a little bit more out. We'll leave this open anyway, but being on a tank fed, you can't really tell straight away if it's leaking apart from the ball valve dripping. Yeah, I'll chop a little bit more, it won't hurt. I'll have to do something a bit like that, but I'll have to solder this one because I haven't got any press slips. I can wet that water out. It's off on that lock shield, so it should go. So I'm going to take this pipe up, but that is all repaired. I had to press that one, solder that because it didn't have a press slip. But yeah, job done. I keep telling people this is why you shouldn't bury copper pipes in the ground, but I've got another one to go to now that one of the brickies has been chopping up for me this morning. They found it. It's another 1/2 inch pipe that's split. I didn't really feel, oh, look at the traffic, I didn't really feel much of that one, just because I needed to get on. I've got that much stuff booked in today. That job actually came through as a boiler fault, and then she said, oh, we seem to be getting all damp up the walls. So I said, right, I'll peel the carpet back. I actually thought it was a radiator leaking for a start, because it was behind the sofa where I peeled the carpet back and you could hear it. So I just carefully broke up. Luckily I didn't hit that gas pipe, but yeah, I've got that section repaired. So hopefully all happy days. I've left it open and we'll pop back next week and fill it in. But yeah, some jobs you don't know what you're walking into. As I say, it came through as a boiler fault, but yeah, obviously people don't always realise, do they? So yeah, I'm on my way to the next one now, but I am going to pick up a couple of press slip couplers, because he says it's a section of 15mm pipe with a split in it, so in concrete floor again, or screedy floor. So yeah, we'll go and get that one fixed. We're going to have a bit more out of that. Oh, she's well and truly gone, isn't she?
Now that's the cold, isn't it?
Yeah, that'll be the cold, yeah.
And all that's doing.
Picked up a couple of slip repair couplers for this one. So I can either, if I can get away, I might just be able to use one. If not, I'll have to put two in. But yeah, just press that in. That should get that fixed. But again, pipe working concrete floors. This pipe's knackered. There's nothing we're going to do with this. We'll have to reroute it, mate.
So it wasn't leaking there before, was it?
Nope, it's knackered. Split there now.
Yeah, and there, yeah.
So I've pressed that piece in there, but as you see, it was leaking both sides of it. I think we're just wasting our time. You can hear the pipe work's gone hollow. There's just nothing. Every time I kept cutting it, it kept splitting further along. I know that's why I cut it with a multi-tool, but see that it's all opened up. And it's so light. It's like, it may be YTW, but The banding's gone off it if it is YTW. It's normally a red band. Can you see any red band on it anywhere? Not sure. Right, all I've done on that one is isolated that leak. That pipework needs replacing in that floor. The problem is the hot's on gravity and it comes up and over the top, so what they want is, it's only on a gravity water heater, so we're going to put an unvented one in, take the pipework up and over the top and reroute it. Nothing else I can do. Don't block me in. Why would you park there, straight in front of me? Some people. So yeah, that trouble is I've got no availability. Literally, I'm fully booked for the next 2 weeks, so I'll have to try and get that one squeezed in. I've just picked up so much work in the last couple of weeks, it's actually scary. Yeah, it's a good idea moving. So yeah, we're going to go on to the next, and I'll be back to this one next week sometime if I get a chance. The trouble is I've got all my lads are just completely booked, so what do? You can't be everywhere, can you? But yeah, staying busy. I'm not complaining that we're busy, it's just trying to juggle everything. Well, yeah, it's just trying to juggle everything, but yeah, we'll be alright. Just keep plodding along, one job at a time. Got 2 leaking auto air vents. What I want to do is knock the pressure off the system, just whip them out. They're just 1/2 inch, so Loctite 2 new ones up and screw them in with a bit of luck. They've already been tightened on, so big system this though. Isolate them microfill. I'm gonna have to knock the pressure off it. So we've got these here, 2 sets of pumps. I might be able to valve something off. I can't actually work out what circuit we're on. It's a bit of a maze, this building. We've got 2 sets of flow returns that go through there, and then there's 2 that go through that end as well. But what I might do is just leave everything on and then just put a hose on that, drain off, and just let the pressure out. Because what we're at is at head gauge, that's temperature, that's head gauge. So we're just at under 1 bar. So once I've got rid of the pressure, in theory, we shouldn't get much anyway. I know it's a big system, but still the principles are the same. Alright, so we're just going to knock the pressure off this, hose into a drain. It'll probably take a wee minute or so. And then yeah, we should be good. Water looks fairly clean, doesn't it? I actually priced to alter this gas pipe because these boilers are undergassed. We've got, well, it comes in 2.5 inch round, and then they've tapped off. This used to be a water heater supplier, I think, and then they've gone back into the solenoid like that. And then you've got a massive dead end of pipe that goes all the way round to there. So it's been picked up. The boilers were put at risk, not by me, by another contractor, and they asked me to price it, but they never got back to me. So I basically priced to renew it from this point, push it back down to 2 inch, and then just do away with all that dead leg of gas pipe. But I never got the job, and clearly it's not been done. So because the boilers used to be further back, they were the points for the boilers. But yeah, I don't know why they did it. Obviously it was easier for them to do it like that, but they've just reduced it down to 35 and then back up, but it just reduces the gas in the boilers. Anyway, I digress. That system pressure's nearly dropped now, so we can go inside and hopefully whip them valves out. I'm probably not going to be able to film it very easily, but I'll let you know if we flood the place. That packing's leaking on that pump valve as well. Trouble is, it'll run down the lagging and then rot that out, so we can see if we can take the handle off and tighten that packing up. I think she said they had new pumps last week. We'll see if we can sort that as well. Right, so they're both prepped. They're just standard 1/2 inch valves that are taking the nut lib off, but they will screw in into there, so hopefully this goes okay. Right, need my other hand to whip it across, but there's no pressure in it anyway. I still get nervous doing stuff like that because you're never 100%. But and I could put some valves underneath it, but there weren't any before, so it's not a massive drama. You can hear it sucking in. Right, we'll keep them shut. We'll go and get filled back up. think that tea will be okay. We'll dry it all off though. But yeah, that should be job done. The only bit we flooded was in here as well. But I do like a bit of water about it. It kind of marks my territory. All plumbers know what I mean. That one back on. That one back on. So this will fill the system back up to 1 bar or 0.8 bar. This one actually set out. Unless we've got water flying out inside, of course, which it won't do. We didn't lose that much, to be honest with you. If you drain them down a lot, you can put the fill loop back on, but this one's filling back up nicely. Technically it should be RPZ valve protected that because you're above 60 kilowatt, but we'll not worry too much. Like I said, I'll have a look at that as well. That packing should just nip up. Right, that's filled back up. We'll dry all this off, but I think that's just residual. They've probably leaked before, that's why the lagging is missing on that bit. I think we're golden. Right, this one they've asked for an outside tap. We're not ever going to get much better access than this, to be fair. So we've got a stop tap there, which is just feeding this sink. So we can tee off this coals, double check valve, isolation valve, double check valve, straight through that wall, that being an outside wall. So yeah, we'll get this one cracked in straight away. So what I'm probably going to do for a start on this one is my outside hole, and then I'll just cut the tee in accordingly. I want to be, what, 430 across, because I need to leave room for my double check valve from that discharge where it goes that wall. So if I measure 430, I just want to measure up from the bottom, it goes roughly near the bottom of the unit. So we'll go there, get the outside hole poked through, sleeved, and then you know how I do these, but I'm just going to use a back plate, one of them back plates, and then it's just literally a case of cutting a tee in. I think I'm just going to tape this one because the wall's rubbish. If I drill a bigger hole, I'm not going to be able to get a fix in. So obviously I'm just protecting the pipe with some tape. Really it should be sleeved though, but the bricks are just going to fall to bits on me. So we'll just take this all the way around. So it's only really to stop it coming into contact with the copper, the brickwork. So we'll just do what we can. And just silicone. Stop any water going in. And brass screws. Loctite 55 every time. That's what I use anyway. Tried and trusted. Not like that though. and it does look straight down. I think it was just because the camera was at a bit of an angle. I'm probably just going to use compression under here actually, just because I don't want to burn the back of the unit, and these are just going to be easier. So my double check valve's compression anyway, so we'll just do something like that I think, and just swing it across. Put a double check valve there, a service valve and a T. I think I've got room for that, so we'll get that bit made in, but first we'll get the water off. Oh, dear me. Yeah, dog, we got a flow. That'll do me. This job is an intermittent dripping overflow. It's the only one on this side of the building, so I'm assuming it's this one. It looks fairly crispy. It's not actually doing it now, but it probably does it at night. So I'm just going to swap this ball valve out. I'm sure that'll fix it. It's on a... It looks like a new flexi actually somebody's put in. So if you can knock water off there and just put a Viva 4-in-1 in. God knows why they've put a new flexi on and not changed the ball valve, but there's lots of reason why. We'll just do or die. At least the side one's not broke, although it does look pretty. Yeah, we'll do something with it. That's what I'll be using, just the Viva 4-in-1. These have got side entry and bottom entry. You can use 3/8 and 1/2 inch, so pretty good to keep in your van because it covers most situations. Just clean all your old silicone off underneath there, and then the new ball valve will just sit back straight in. As I say, you can use it on a 3/8 one if you want, and you can go side entry if you need to on these as well, but all we need is one washer on there, and that'll go straight in. That's about the right height as well. We can adjust it on the float a little bit if we need to, but we'll just get that tightened back in. Just nip that up, and that should be fine. I know what people say, why don't you refix it back a little bit better, but it is secure. I mean, where do you stop with jobs sometimes? If the system was moving, I would fix it back, but it must be there somewhere. It's going to overflow. Makes you wonder how there's never leaked, that's never been glued. Unbelievable, Jeff. Are they all glued? That one's glued. Got to glue that one, didn't they? Taking this sink out, we're putting a cleaner sink in. I've just got it valved off. Probably not going to film a lot, but yeah, makes you wonder. So I just whipped the top off. We can't quite turn the water off yet. Pipework's all coming from behind. So we've got hot, cold, secondary. That's a hot water balancing valve. It's not a blending valve. So all that does is regulate the temperature and shuts it off. So we'll put some valves down there in a minute. Get this sink out and then get the new one in, hopefully. Well, I've just had to do that like that. I just got to silicone up that corner. Just had to make the mermaid board, well, not fit, but decided to leave that in because it was left it short at the top. I didn't really feel much of this, but done the best I can with it. Well, I'm absolutely knackered. I've just got absolutely no energy. I've just bought a bottle of Lucozade. I've still got 2 more jobs to get to. I'm just too busy at the minute to film much. I apologise, it's probably not the most interesting video. I mean, these jobs aren't taking long, but they still need doing. I've still got to get there. I've still got to get parked. Still got to get the tools out of the van. It's just, I don't know. Tomorrow, I think I've got 9 jobs booked in the diary for me tomorrow. It's just unrealistic. But anyway, we'll just do our best to keep plodding on. So 2 more this afternoon. One of them is block urinal, by the sounds of it. 1 out of 2 urinals not flushing, and then I've just got a toilet to go and look at as well that's not flushing. I might not film any of them just because I'm absolutely, the system has worn me down. But yeah, I'll probably end the video there. So as always, thank you for watching. All the support is greatly appreciated. And if I'm still here, I'll catch you all next week. Yeah, this one's going to be not a nice one. I love my job.